The story begins on the day the tiny brown puppy arrives at his new home, wrapped in a soft blanket and blinking at the world with sleepy curiosity. The moment Golden Puppy enters the doorway, everything feels new to him. The smell of fresh floors, the distant sound of the television, the soft tap of human footsteps, and the warmth of being held for the first time. The camera follows him as he's gently placed on the carpet, where Puppy sniffs, pauses, and then takes a brave little step forward. His paws are so small, they almost sink into the fabric, and every movement is slow and cautious, like he's trying to understand this new world 1 inch at a time. Puppy wanders around the room, bumping into chair legs, staring at shadows, and reacting with tiny head tilts that melt the viewer's heart instantly. A close-up shows him discovering his food bowl for the first time. Puppy, sniffing it, licking it, and then diving into his first real meal with all the excitement his little body can hold. When he finishes, Golden Puppy tries to walk again, but ends up sliding a little, making it look like Golden Puppy is learning how legs really work. How beautiful Golden Puppy is. As he explores more, Golden Puppy finds a small blanket that becomes his first comfort space. The camera frames Golden Puppy circling around it, clumsily, before curling up in a little ball, his eyes slowly closing as he drifts into his first nap in his new home. Soft natural light falls across Puppy's tiny body, capturing a moment of absolute peace. The room feels still, safe, and full of new beginnings. This is the moment the audience begins to understand how meaningful his journey will be. A tiny golden pup, taking his first steps into a life filled with love, challenges, growth, and unforgettable memories. And just as Puppy sleeps, the film transitions gently toward the next stage of his life, hinting that his small world is about to expand in ways he can't yet imagine. Take a breath and smile. And smile with me. He arrives wrapped in a soft blanket, blinking up with curious, sleepy eyes. As the door opens, the world around him feels huge new smells, soft lights, unfamiliar sounds, all blending into a warm welcome. The moment his tiny paws touch the carpet, he hesitates, then takes a brave step forward. His nose twitches at every scent. The couch, the shoes, the corner shadows. Each discovery feels like a little adventure. Puppy stumbles, recovers, and keeps exploring with determination. Soon, Puppy finds his bowl, sniffs it carefully, and eats his first meal in the new home with eager little bites. After wandering around with clumsy confidence, Puppy circles a small blanket and curls into a tiny ball. Puppy's breathing slows, eyes close, and he falls into his first peaceful nap. The beginning of a beautiful journey ahead. Primera. Agua es excited and prohud. Golden Puppy was very cute. The puppy wakes with new energy, ready to face the world he barely understands. Today, everything becomes a lesson for Puppy: how to walk straight, how to follow footsteps, how to chase something without falling. His first time on a leash is a perfect mix of excitement and confusion. Puppy trots forward, stops suddenly, spins in circles, and then proudly leads the way, as if he's figured out life. Playing fetch becomes his favorite game. He chases the ball with unstoppable enthusiasm, but rarely brings it back the same way he took off. His zoomies turn the living room into a racetrack as he bounces off cushions, slips on floors, and tumbles into laughter-filled chaos. Each mistake becomes part of his charming personality. Day by day, he begins understanding this new world, slowly turning simple moments into memories that will last forever. I am feeling enthusi. Breathe with me, because I am excited. Our friendship and bonding grows as days pass. The puppy begins forming a bond that grows deeper than words. He follows his owner everywhere, staying close like a little shadow who fears missing even a second of love. When the owner sits, he climbs onto their lap. When they stand, he trots beside them. When they leave the room, he waits patiently, tail wagging the moment they return. At the park, he discovers something magical. New faces, new dogs, new smells. He approaches each dog carefully, tail wagging in slow curiosity until he finds a friend to chase around the grass. The moments of connection at home become even more heartwarming. Sleepy cuddles, quiet evenings, playful pounces, tiny puppy paws reaching out for attention. These early bonds shape him, teaching him trust, comfort, and belonging. He isn't just a puppy anymore. He's family, like other members of the family. Chapter 4. Training Days 140 Words. Training begins with patience, treats, and plenty of adorable confusion. The puppy tilts his head at every new command, trying to understand what his human wants. Sit becomes his first big accomplishment. After many wobbles, he finally lowers his little body into place, earning a joyful cheer and a tasty reward. Stay is harder. Puppy freezes for 2 seconds before excitedly rushing forward, thinking he nailed it. Paw shakes turn into little taps, sometimes missing the hand entirely. Even his mistakes are charming, full of effort and personality. With time, he starts mastering each command, not perfectly, but proudly. Treat by treat, lesson by lesson, he grows from a clueless pup into a quick learner. These training days become moments of laughter, bonding, and pride, reminders that growth isn't about perfection, but about learning together. Reading books. As well. Not every day is easy. The puppy faces his first thunderstorm trembling under a table, confused by the loud sky above him. The owner comforts puppy gently, wrapping him in a blanket until the storm softens. A small scare comes during a walk when he wanders a few steps too far, momentarily losing sight of his human. His worried whimper quickly turns into relief once they find each other again. The vet visit brings nervous dog sniffs and cautious glances. The cold stethoscope, new smells, and unfamiliar hands make him uneasy, but he remains brave through it all. These tough moments teach him resilience, trust, and courage. Every challenge strengthens the bond he shares with his human, showing that even the smallest pup can face big fears when love stands beside him. These moments become essential chapters in his growing story. But it is part of my life. No, that. Here, adventure begins. As Puppy grows stronger, the world opens wider. His first adventure happens in a vast field, where he learns what freedom truly feels like. The wind rushes past his ears as Puppy runs in joyful bursts, discovering flowers, insects, and every scent carried by the breeze. The forest becomes another playground. Tall trees, crunchy leaves, and the thrill of exploring paths he's never seen. A trip to the beach introduces him to waves. He hesitates at first, then bravely splashes, jumping back with surprise each time the water touches his paws. Car rides turn into gateways to new landscapes, each one filling his eyes with wonder. These adventures shape him into a confident, curious dog who embraces every moment fully. The world is no longer scary. It's endless, exciting, and waiting for his next step. This is how we grown. Mom, Dad's knows better. Becoming a grown dog. Time passes, and the puppy transforms into a strong, graceful adult dog. Puppy One's tiny paws now stand firmly with confidence. His playful bounces replaced by calm maturity, though his heart remains just as full of joy. He develops routines. Morning stretches, loyal walks beside his human, quiet evenings watching the world go by. Dog's personality shines clearly, now protective, affectionate, intelligent, and deeply connected to the people who raised him. He understands emotions, senses when his human needs comfort, and Puppy stays close like a silent guardian. Looking at him now, it's hard to believe he was once the clumsy little pup who slipped across floors and tumbled into toys. He has become not just a grown dog, but a loyal companion whose presence brings peace, love, and warmth to every moment shared together. It is my life. How exciting, beautiful, amazing. Finally, as the journey reaches its final moments, the grown dog rests beside his human, peaceful and content, surrounded by memories built over the years. The camera moves gently across scenes of Puppy sleeping, playing, running, and watching sunsets, each moment a reminder of how far he has come. Don's tiny and sure puppy is now a confident companion whose presence fills every space with warmth. Quiet shots show him leaning against his human's leg, enjoying soft puppies, listening to familiar voices, and closing his eyes with complete trust. Their bond feels unbreakable, shaped through joy, challenges, growth, and countless shared days. The closing montage slows, letting viewers feel the calm love between puppies. The dog lifts his head, gazes toward the horizon, and walks forward with steady steps, symbolizing that their story continues, forever, side by side.